Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Inspiration for Today. As you can see, I have Pastor Tom on with me today. Hi, Tom.
Hey guys, can't see all of you, but wish I could.
I wish you could too. I wish I could. But as you all know, if you've been watching this week, we started on Monday by asking ourselves the question, it seems like such a quiet time, and what I'm doing worthwhile? I almost feel like I have no purpose in life. And people have expressed that to me. So we reviewed the fact that the purposes that the Bible talks about and that Rick Warren has so capably listed out for us don't go out of existence, but how we do them might be different during this COVID time. And I know you're thinking about that. I am too. And so I've invited different pastors on, and Tom you're pastor of ministry or serving, how to serve. And so, Tom, you had a couple of verses we're going to start with on this whole idea of doing good things or doing ministry.
Yes.
Even in these times.
Right. And these are verses that we use in Class 301. One is Ephesians 2:10. God created us to do good works, which were planned in advance. See, this pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, did not surprise God. He was not surprised at all. He knew this would happen, and he's got all of us in the place that he wants us, with the skills that he knows are needed to minister to and help people around us.
I really find that reassuring, Tom.
Yes, it is. No matter how out of control everything seems it is, from a secular standpoint, it may be, but from God's standpoint, he's always in control. He's greater than anything.
So he has in his mind things that we're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
You had one other verse, I know.
Okay, it's 1 Peter 4:10, and it says, each one of us has been given special abilities by God to use to help others. And so we're not all shaped the same. We don't all have the same ability, but we're all different. And the situations, God will put the situations in front of us that'll match up with those unique gifts that he's given us.
And part of that is not just gifts, but passion that you like doing.
Yes.
Last night, Diane was writing out note cards that then they're going to be passed out in the assisted living. And I said, well, who are you writing those to? He said, well, I don't know. They're just writing to be blessing to those who are shut in. And I thought to myself, I wouldn't want to do that for anything. I'd be bored to tears, but she totally enjoyed it. Is that what you're kind of talking about?
Exactly. We'll see somebody that's depressed and down, and they will have had that experience in their life, and they know how God can help the person out of it. So they'll go talk to them. Another may need some help getting food, and they have a gift and desire to do that kind of thing. So they will help them. So it's
I totally believe that God has made us different so that everything gets done.
Yeah.
How do we find ways we can serve and fulfill those verses right now?
When we're out, we keep our eyes open. And, one thing is, I just walk around with a big smile on your face. That's important. That shows something different that we have because we have the love of Christ.
The challenge there is I'm wearing a mask sometimes.
But you can kind of tell.
You do.
By the cheeks and the eyes a little bit. They'll get a little hint. And then just look for people that seem down and, or seem to be struggling, and just go over and engage them. See, how are you doing?
That's excellent. But I know in a more formal setting, I know that you actually, you have the 301 How to Serve class coming up that people could do actually on Zoom like this, right?
Yeah, we are coming up with Class 301. It'll be on August 20th at 2:00.
Okay.
And you'll be able to find out about signups through our weekly calendar that's sent out by email.
Well, Tom, we're actually putting how to sign up as a banner below you and I right now on the screen.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
because you do need to pre-sign up for this, folks, and I hope you will. And the reason you need to, because we're going to actually get you stuff and get materials to you, right? Don't we do that?
We're going to mail the course book
Okay.
because we don't know who's how comfortable with doing things electronically on a computer. So
we're going to get them the book one way or the other.
We're going to get them the book and mail it to them or drop it off at their door.
Yes.
And some other forms maybe to fill out that they need for the class, so you don't have to worry about doing those online.
That is so great. And actually, others are doing ministry. Their ministry is making sure you get all the materials before the class starts. So it's that important to them. And so, friends, I hope this class really does help you find out what God would have you to do, right, Tom?
Yes, we'll first talk about, what God tells us about ministry, about serving in ministry. And then we'll go over all the different types of gifts that we might have, spiritual gifts and educational and work and experience and just things like that. And we'll talk about them and give you several examples in each area of things that, off the top of our head, we might not think of as gifts, but they are. And they're things that we as a church could use and people in our area can use. And so we'll go through that. And then also there'll be a shape profile that will help you with.
So that's one of the unique things about this class is a good portion of it is actually about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you fill out a question, and then if you desire, someone will we have counselors that will discuss how God has made you. And that's valuable.
And then we call those shape guides. And the shape guides will go over what you felt your passions and gifts and experiences were. And then we'll try to match you up with something that'll be the most fulfilling for you.
So, friends, I just can't encourage you enough to sign up for that class. It'll be a great one, and always is. But I also know that if you can't make that, there's lots of things. There's lots of ministry going on right now that you could volunteer for. I know that we have. Well, I mentioned writing of cards. And maybe you'd like to do that. Maybe I know there's people calling people in our congregation.
Yeah, we've already called 800 people.
We call it care calling.
We have a care calling team to do that. So what we're doing right now is going back a second time. And what we would encourage you, if you're not one of our care callers, is just think of the people that you know and call them and encourage them.
So valuable.
Yeah, and then, and as I said earlier, just when you're out and around, look for somebody to encourage, and somebody that needs something, and just see how you can help them. And a lot of people are just lonely, and so let them know about Inspiration for Today and how they can watch it, and let them know about our Sunday service that's online. In the afternoon, and our Together Tuesdays, which we connect by Zoom at 4:00 every Tuesday, and just share and interact. And
Tom, that's so great, because I gotta say, thank you for reminding. One of the ways you can just bless people and encourage people is letting them know that we have a daily weekday show, and our viewership has never been higher on that. The comments from lots of people I meet just talk about what a blessing it is. But it's one way to keep in contact and stay encouraged.
Yeah.
Well, we got to go, Tom. Our time is up. But thank you very much for being on with us today.
Well, thanks, Rick. And ministry is important. God created us to live all 5 purposes in our life. And there's a lot of people out there that need our help. So it's great to do this.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.